Peace and love, everybody. This is your girl Tysandra Barnes, and I'm coming back at you all once again to drop some more words of truth and to drop some more words of knowledge. First of all, I just want to say my blessings and my condolences to the 10 children that was killed in a house fire in the little village area within the Chicago, Illinois area. I just found it absolutely ridiculous that all these young kids and babies is being murdered and being killed. Approximately sometime this week, within the little village area within the south side of Chicago, which is a predominantly Hispanic area, it was a report of a fire, which left 8 children dead, also a dog, and there two teenagers was reported, I must say, injured due to the fire. And the reports have stated that there was no adults. These little babies and children was over there for a sleepover, and approximately a fire had started and approximately killed 8 people, far as which was young babies and children. And it also been a report that the 10th child within that fire has died. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. And the report stated that there was no parents allowed, far as supervision, providing them with services, and also that there was no working smoke detectors, which I can understand why you have 8 children over there for a sleepover, no fire detectors working, and then no adults. Something is very suspicious about this fire. You're gonna send all those young kids, babies, over there for a sleepover, and then all of a sudden all of them end up dead due to a house fire. And then there was no adults there to provide supervision and guidance. What the hell is wrong with these parents nowadays? What is wrong with society, period? You letting all these little babies and these kids go over there for a sleepover, and you not there to watch these kids and supervise their well-being. Now all of them ended up dead within this house fire this past week in Chicago, Illinois. This is just absolutely ridiculous. All these babies coming up missing and dead due to these fires and murders. What the hell is wrong with you all out here? Some of you all parents don't even need to be parents. Some of you all don't even need children. You allow your kids to get involved with certain things and certain people, and then they end up dead. And then when something come about, oh, I don't know what happened to them. What's going on with America nowadays? It's just too many parents not guiding and teaching and raising their kids. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, 8 kids, I'm sorry, 10 kids are now dead due to a house fire over a sleepover, and then you don't have no parents watching them. I blame the parents because there should have been somebody there to supervise and watch these babies, left home alone, as the news report is stated. Left home alone for a sleepover. To me, that's very suspicious. You leave all those kids, babies at home alone while the parents is out doing their thing, whatever they was doing, and then all of a sudden the suspicious fire started. What the hell is going on with these parents in this world today? There's too many parents that's not being responsible in teaching their kids. There's too many kids coming up dead and raped and abused, and they just sit back and do absolutely nothing about it. Now it's 10 kids dead. And these parents just sit back and they looking stupid, don't know what's going on. Their job, they should have been sitting there watching those kids. Now these kids is dead. This is absolutely ridiculous. Nobody is being on the watch anymore. Nobody's teaching their kids anymore. All these kids now is playing video games on the phone. They're not teaching their kids how to read and write anymore. The parents just didn't gave up. The parents allowing these men to have sex with their babies and their children. A lot of these kids coming up murdered and dead and abused. They're just absolutely ridiculous. I don't have any children, but when I heard that story, I did a writing about that because it doesn't make any sense for these kids to be left home alone and then they end up suffering the consequences. This fight was very suspicious. You go, you leave, and then you leave 10 kids at home alone. And then all of a sudden, a suspicious fire has started. Something is very wrong with that picture. And then what was the parents? When they stated on the news about this report, none of the parents spoke up. You seen a couple of relatives, but you didn't see none of the parents. Absolutely ridiculous. To me, this sound like something is suspect with this. It sounds like something is very wrong with this picture. You gonna leave all these kids at home. To me, this sound like this was planted. Let the kids play by themselves. And then from the news report, it stated that the fire could have been caused by a lit cigarette or a broke fire detector. I'm sorry, a broke fire alarm. Something is very wrong with that picture. You don't have no adults there supervising those kids, and then all of a sudden a fire break out, and then all of them dead, including the little dog. What the hell is wrong with you parents out here? You know, you all are just the sorriest mothers and fathers ever seen in my life. You allow your kids to be unsupervised. You're not on watch. You're not parenting them. You're not teaching them. You're not helping them to read and write. You just go off and do your own thing. The problem is a lot of these parents is not taking responsibility for their children anymore. All they do is just want to make babies to make money and continue to live off the government and welfare. Absolutely ridiculous. And half of these kids don't even have clean clothes, clean food to eat. While their parents is out there doing their own thing, getting high, drinking, whatever they doing. Now it's 10 kids dead. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. You know, it's just we as a people, especially you mothers out here, all you all are good for is just laying on your back. Some of you all. You make these babies, you don't care if they eat, you don't care about their well-being. All you care about is getting high or being with another man. I just want to say my blessings to those 10 babies and kids who had died within that fire this week in the little village area in Chicago, Illinois. You know, these parents just need to start being held accountable and leave all the garbage, whatever they doing alone. If you don't want any kids, don't have them. Or give them to somebody else that will. I personally don't have kids, but it just burns me up to see these kids being abused and murdered and slaughtered by these nothing good mothers. And the fathers ain't no good neither. My condolences to the parents, my condolences to the young kids and the babies who got caught up in that fire this week within Chicago. I have no respect and I have no remorse because the parents should have been there. Now the kids are dead. You parents need to wake up and start being responsible for you all's kids because it's just too much going on. And a lot of these parents don't care if they dead or alive out here. I just wanted to drop this little nugget real quick to let you all know you all need to start being responsible for you all's kids. If you don't want them, don't have them. Where's the truth?